Hey everyone! On Tuesday, July 5th, 2011, I went to Canada's Wonderland for the first time since I was a kid, and it was my first time on any roller coaster, so I thought I'd do a review of all the roller coasters I went on and tell you kind of what I liked, what I didn't like, if there was any of that, and just some of the things to expect, and yeah, here we go. I'm going to start off with the Behemoth because that's the best ride there is, honestly, and you all probably really want to know about that. So, the Behemoth was amazing. Like, I went later in the evening because it was really full. When I went in the afternoon. Wow! First of all, the line, it was like out of the gate, but there's 3 cars going at the same time, so the line wasn't that long, and you actually move a lot and really quickly. So even if it's out of the gate, you're gonna get on the Behemoth really fast, so don't worry about that. I think I waited for like 20 minutes, and the line was huge. As for the ride itself, it was incredible. First of all, when you're going up that first slope, that's just awesome, but the thing that made it even more cool was the moon was directly in front of us, so it looked like I was ascending into space. It was just fantastic. And then the entire time I had my hands up, and that first drop, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! And we just went down, and it was awesome. Like, when you go down, your body goes up, and there is no like shoulder thing. That's the thing for this ride. Like, you know, most roller coasters have that shoulder thing that you hold on to. No, all this has is something that is placed onto your lap, and that's it. So your legs are being held in place. That's it. And you're not even sitting on the seat when you're going down. And it literally felt like I was weightless and I was flying. It was awesome. And when we got to the once we got to the bottom of the first drop, I held on to the thing for a second, but I was like, no, I have to hold on, or I have to have my hands up in the air the entire ride, because that's how you do a roller coaster, with your hands up, especially the Behemoth. Because I don't know if I read this wrong or if this is right or anything, but I believe the Behemoth goes at top speed 135 kilometers an hour. With your arms up, like, it was crazy, because like it goes so fast that I didn't, because most of the time, some of the roller coasters I had to actually, you know, forcibly put my hands up, whereas the Behemoth, I literally could put my hands up like this, like limp, and the roller coaster would make them go straight up. So it was just fantastic. Honestly, the Behemoth, I could ride that all day, every day. That was such a fun ride. I think it's like 2 minutes, but doesn't feel like that at all. It was just fantastic. Like, I was in the 3rd or 4th row. I really wish I was in the front row, but whatever. I'll do it again some other time. But it was funny because the dude in the 2nd row, he was sitting there, and it was just so funny because he was like, on the turn, he was going, yeah, yeah! He honestly, he was the reason that, like, he was my inspiration for keeping my arms up, because he was just so funny. So the Behemoth, awesome ride. If you go to Canada's Wonderland, you have to go on it. And there was a lot of people in like the other rides that I went on, there was in the lines were like, no, I can't go on the Behemoth, I'm too scared, I can't do it. You have to do it. The Behemoth, if you're at Canada's Wonderland, you have to go on the Behemoth. Close your eyes for all I care. You just have to experience that thrill. It's just fantastic. And if you can, put your hands up the whole ride. The next ride I'm going to talk about, and this is in order of what I went on, it's just whatever I want to talk about. Apparently it's new. It's a new ride in 2011. It's called the Windseeker, and it's basically It's kind of like the drop tower, but not really. It's a tower, and it seats 64 people, and basically it takes you up on this tower and it just spins you around like this. If you can, I kind of recommend going on that first so you can scout out the entire park, because you get like a whole 360-degree view for about like 40 seconds of the park, and it's pretty cool. It's nothing like, it's not a huge thrill. It doesn't go too fast. You know, I didn't have to hold on for dear life. I just kind of chilled there, and it was cool like that. But yeah, I'd go on there and just to kind of scout out the park if you're new to it or whatever. But it's a fun ride, and the coolest thing I thought was that you can see Toronto in the distance, and you can see the CN Tower perfectly. It was just really cool, and at night it like lights up, and if it would be cool if I went on at night, because like not only would the ride be lit up, but in this distance you see the CN Tower lit up and stuff, so it's pretty cool. But whatever, it was a fun ride. As for the line, it's a little bit long. I think I waited about 30 to 45 minutes. The one thing I highly recommend though is that there is, on every single ride, there is a measure yourself thing, so you know if you're tall enough to ride the ride. For the love of God, use that, because there was 4 people in the line that I was in that had their kids with them, and they were too small to ride it, and they waited the 30 minutes, and then they got to where the dude was letting people in, he's like, no, you can't ride it, and they got mad. Like it was a surprise that their kid was too small. Like, at the start of the line, there's the thing where you can measure yourself. Use that so you don't waste your time. It's very, very frustrating when, you know, you hear people arguing with the guy saying, you're wrong, no, why, you're stupid, no, don't let my kid on this, why, he's big enough. There's a reason they have height restrictions, and there's a reason they put all the height restriction measuring things at the start of a ride so you can measure yourself. It's not just for show, it's not to feel like a poster. It's to measure yourself so you don't waste your time waiting in line. Weird story about this ride, I had to, because I went with my relatives and they went together and I went alone, so they had to find like another single passenger to come with me. And I felt like this 8-year-old kid, and when we're in the air, like at the top of this ride, spinning, he undoes his seat, like he unbuckles his seatbelt. I'm like, what the f? What are you doing? Like, I didn't say anything, because if he's gonna kill himself, whatever, you're stupid. I think you're retarded already, so whatever. One less person to worry about. But he just, you know, just does that, and he's humming this stupid song the entire ride. I forget the name of it, but it's really popular, it's stupid, it just bugged me, and I tried to tune him out and stuff, but wow. And then, like, as we're coming down, he starts spitting on the ground, and there's a sign right before you go in that says spitting, throwing stuff. Not only can you get thrown out of the park for that, but you can, that's something against the law. You can get prosecuted for that. So he was spitting, and I was like, really? Like, you're so cool, kid. You're amazing. And I honestly don't remember if he was spitting on people or if he was spitting in the water. But either way, spit can travel, and that could have hit someone. That would just suck. So don't be an asshole on the ride. The next ride I'm going to talk about is Flight Deck. That's officially the first roller coaster I've ever been on, and it was awesome. The line was about an hour, and this was around noon, so it's typical. But wow, it was awesome. You sit down and like you hold on and stuff like a normal roller coaster, and you just go. And it was crazy because this was my first roller coaster. I didn't have anything else to compare it to, so I was like didn't know what to expect. And it's just the weirdest thing, like, throughout this entire ride, my eyes, I couldn't keep them in center, so they're like this the whole time, and so my vision was like this the whole time, and like, it was weird, really weird. And they designed this to freak you out, because some of the turns, you turn, and it looks like your feet are gonna clip one of the bars, or one of, like, something that's part of the roller coaster, so like, the entire time I'm holding my feet up, because I thought I was like, my legs were gonna hit that, and they're just gonna blow up, because you're going so fast, and like, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, it has like you go upside down at one point, and it's fun. Flight Deck was an awesome ride. I highly recommend it. The next ride is Time Warp. Personally, I didn't really like this ride. I was kind of creeped out by it because you lay down during the entire ride, and then like they do like, you spin around like this and you go upside down and stuff. And I don't know, I didn't like it at all because I didn't feel secure. Like, you hold on to these bars, and then your feet are like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a ladder, and your feet are on the ladder, and that's it. There's no security. Like, if your feet slip, you're gonna fall if your hands slip as well. And it goes so fast that at one point my feet almost slipped off. Like, my feet were this much on the ladder, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall. So I personally didn't really like it. The line wasn't that long either. I think I waited about 20 minutes, so that was pretty cool. The next ride is Cyclone. Oh my god, that is such a cool ride. Basically, it's something that swings back and forth, and it doesn't go around, but it goes pretty close. And I don't know how many people it can sit, but it can sit a lot. Oh, such a cool ride. I loved it. You're either going to be seeing the ground as you're going down or the sky as you're going up, and that's just awesome. I was lucky enough to, as we're going up like this, I think it might have been at the highest point, as we're going up like this, all I saw was sky. And it was such a weird feeling because like there was clouds in the sky, and like I've seen just sky before, but it was weird. It's hard to explain. Like, it felt like I was once again just being shot up into space. It was really, really cool. And then like as I was almost there, it just, no, you're not going to space, and they just take you back. It's really, really cool. Cyclone, honestly, such an awesome ride. You definitely have to go on it. Sledgehammer is the next ride. When I initially wanted to go on it around noon, it was closed for whatever reason, but in the evening it opened up, and I went on it, and it's not that great of a ride. The line was about, again, 20 minutes. I think it seats 16 people. No, 32 people. You spin around, and this shoots you up and then shoots you down. It's kind of like Drop Zone, but not as high, and you're spinning around at the same time. It was fun, but it wasn't that interesting. I didn't have to hold on. I just kind of sat there, lounged. It's not something you have to experience. The next ride is Skyrider. I don't know if it's the only stand-up roller coaster in Canada's Wonderland, but it's the only one I went on. And wow, it's just a weird feeling because it's a roller coaster you stand up on, and you go upside down, you go on those turns that are like 180 degrees. It's just really weird. I highly recommend not having your head forward. Like, they always say to keep your head back and your shoulders back against the seat for your safety. And then some of the rides you don't have to do that. They're just like advised. But this ride you definitely should, because I didn't do that. and like some of the turns, your head goes like this, and like the shoulder things, they were up against my neck, so I like cracked my neck on these things. It hurt so bad. Skyrider's a pretty cool ride. It's nothing like amazing. You don't have to go on it, but if you have time, I'd go on it. Riptide is the next one. Riptide is an awesome ride because, first of all, it swings you back and forth like this, and you go upside down and stuff, and it spins around. And there's 2 rows of like, I don't even know, 16 people, I think, and it goes over water, and if you go on this ride, you are going to get wet. And I went on this ride because I was hot as hell. It was hot as hell yesterday when I went on this, and I wanted to cool off, and luckily I didn't want to get like soaking wet, but I was like, I guess if I have to, I have to. And if you sit in the middle, or like somewhere in the middle, you're gonna come out soaking wet. I was on the last seat on the second row, and the only thing I got wet, like my hair got a little bit wet, and the front of my pants got a little bit wet, and that's about it. And that's it. But so I was thankful I got cooled off. But it's a pretty scary ride because like this thing throws you around. Like if you can watch a YouTube video, because it's hard for me to explain what this does, but if you can watch a YouTube video about it, or you know what I'm talking about, like, you know, this thing whips you around, and like it spins you and crap. It's just like I had to hold on for dear life because there's sometimes I was like, oh my god, no. But really fun ride. I highly recommend it. If you have something to change, if you want to sit in the middle and you have something to change into, do that. But if you can sit on an end because you won't get as wet. The line, again, it was kind of later in the evening, so the line wasn't that big. The one really cool thing that always gets people is that the ride goes down like this, and like there's a water fountain, right? So that's how you get wet. And the water fountain, it's like right in front of your face, and as you go down, the water goes down with you, and you're just like, oh my god, this is so trippy. But yeah, really fun ride. I would go on it if I were you. Dragonfire is the next ride I went on. The waiting in line was annoying because there was this chick beside me that I think she had something stuck in her throat, and the entire time she was like and just like annoying the hell out of me. I was like, shut up, like drink some water or something, Jesus Christ. And then like when we got on the ride, like nothing even happened, and she started screaming at the top of her lungs trying to get this thing out of her throat. I'm like, shut up, I wish I was as cool as you. Dragonfire, really fun ride, go on it. It's one of the longer roller coasters, I think. It's not like hugely long, but it's one of the longer ones, and it's pretty fun. Drop Tower. I was really looking forward to going on this ride. It just looks so fun. The line, I believe, was about 10 to 15 minutes. As you get shot down, I didn't know this was gonna happen. This was like the first ride I went on that kind of did that. Your entire body goes up. So the only reason you are not flying off of the drop tower is because the shoulder protector things are keeping you in place. And I was like, oh my god! Like, it drops and like your ass gets off the seat immediately. It was, wow. It's a pretty fun ride. I highly recommend going on.